get quite a lot of speed with this. It's quite good if you can keep your hands together, but that's a really good. In this video, I'm going to be talking all about the Chinese meteor hammers we have for sale at Enzo Martial Arts. I'm going to be talking a little bit about the history, who would use this, why you'd want to embark on training with a weapon like this, and at the end, I'm just going to give you a few little tips and tricks just to get you started with the meteor hammer. Hi, my name's Doug Swift. I've been doing martial arts for the past 33 years and the owner of Enzo Martial Arts for the past 16 years. If you like this video, click the little icon, subscribe to this channel and get all the latest videos and updates from Enzo Martial Arts. So let's get into this video and learn all about the Chinese meteor hammer we have for sale at Enzo. So meteor hammers are one of the Chinese long flexible weapons, and they kind of fit into that niche with rope darts and chain whips and things like that. So yeah, quite an advanced weapon, quite a difficult weapon to learn, and usually people get onto rope darts and meteor hammers later on in their kung fu career. It's not something you'd really start with. You do see these days some of the circus guys really going making crazy strides with things like rope darts and meteor hammers, but they have tend to kind of pushed it to a trick kind of demonstration world rather than thinking about how it might work in the martial world. So let's focus on sort of strikes and lock-in and whatever, and just more about spinning thing around and looking really fancy. So this is the meteor hammer we have for sale at Enzo Martial Arts, and it is a double meteor hammer, so you get two hammers on the end of them. Now you also get these two flags. Now this might vary a little bit, colours might vary. You also might get the flag just tied into the jangly rings you get at the end of the hammer. They do change now and again. We'll do our absolute best to update the website as much as we can, but we'll always have two hammers on them and a nice kind of really long rope on them, and like I said, nearly always you'll get the flags as well. Now meteor hammers are a pretty dangerous weapon. It's not something that you want to really be taking lightly. These ones are in fact hollow, they're not solid. In the old days, and I have seen some really old sort of historical ones that are solid brass. Now that would be crazy destructive if you got that swinging at full pelt and managed to clock it around someone's head. These are still really going to hurt. They are metal and they are very tough, but yeah, they don't carry the same kind of weight as a solid brass one. However, it is plenty of weight to be able to hold a very tight rope when you're swinging it around. So it's yeah, take it easy with them. In Shaolin or in Chinese sort of history, these are called like a concealed weapon. So the theory goes that you would have this sort of hidden in your clothes somewhere, and you'd be able to pull it out if you were in danger. Now the reality of fighting with this, I think, is pretty, I wouldn't say it's far-fetched, but it will be extremely difficult to actually fight with these. I've always thought of them as a bit like something where you throw it out, and then because it's on a rope you chuck it out, and then because it's on a rope you'd be able to pull it back and be able to throw it again. So it's like having a rock that you can chuck. So these ropes, yeah, are extremely long. I mean, the shop is about 7 feet wide, and I'm like, what, so that's about 5.5 feet, so 11 feet, so around 20 foot kind of rope. So it's a pretty long rope. So if someone's standing 20 feet away, you maybe be able to chuck it at them. So I don't know particularly if you'd want to use it as a sort of self-defense weapon, or whether you'd use it in kind of battle. I don't really know how that would work, but either way, it's a very difficult weapon to learn, but lots of fun. But yeah, that's pretty much all the features. So you've got hollow metal ball, which is then chromed, so it's nice and shiny. You've got some nice jangly rings that make a bit of sound. You've got a nice flag, which really helps control them in the air, sort of creates a bit of wind resistance, also a bit of noise which helps so you can hear it as it's flying past your head, and a nice long like nylon sash cord. Sometimes these are wax. This one actually feels pretty slippery. They can kind of burn your hands a bit if they're not wax, but this one moves pretty well in your hands. So there's you will, if you're training a lot, you will build up the sort of the thickness of your skin. You have to get used to it a bit as you're running the cord through. It does create a bit of heat, so yeah, just be aware of that, but you'll get used to it pretty quick. So what stars use these? Who would train with this? Well, mainly it's Shaolin Kung Fu guys that you see using these. Really good demonstration piece, but again, very, very difficult, so you don't see it being demonstrated that much. But yeah, Shaolin guys, you do see them in Wushu now and again, and you do see sort of, if you look around on the internet, that like just general Kung Fu styles, but really they're going to have a Wushu background or a Shaolin background. Now, I actually haven't got a tape measure that can measure this. I don't think I've got one that long, but I'll measure it later on. I'll put all the dimensions on the website. But like I said, it's probably about a 20-foot rope. And these balls, let's have a look, are around 2 inches, 5 centimeters. So at Enzo Martial Arts, I like to think we've got a really wide range of fairly rare Kung Fu weapons. So as well as the Chinese meteor hammer, we also have rope darts, Hermes piercers, the double daggers, crazy looking wind and fire wheels, a range of iron rings to get your strength up, and a whole load of long weapons, including the Tiger Fork. So here is the moment I haven't been looking forward to. As I promised, a few little tips and tricks just to get you started training with these. Now, it's 20 foot, the shop is 7 foot wide. I'm not sure how this is going to work at all, but you know, one of the first things I would do training with these is just get used to spinning them around. So you know, you could have them spinning at the same time if you wanted, or you could have them spinning alternatively. So just something like that. Just get them used spinning around by your head, and try not to smash anything anywhere near you. So that's a really good thing to start with. Now, you do have this big bit of rope in the middle, which obviously you can tie up if you wanted. Like with the rope dart, you might just want to tie it up into your hand just to get it kind of out of the way. And if you just had it in one bit of hand, this will give you loads more kind of freedom in terms of spinning them around. Now, if you wanted to just simply get used to spinning them, it's pretty similar to spinning the bow staff in a way. It's not too different. You're spinning it once on each side and just spinning it twice on your opposite side and once on your actual side. So yeah, just getting used to spinning them around like this and getting them spinning around by your head is a pretty simple thing to do. Now, if you're just spinning one, it's just twice on that side, one on. So if it's my right hand, it's twice on the left, once on the right. Now, obviously you've got the double hammers, so you want to be able to utilize both of the hammers, but you do get quite a lot of techniques you see with meteor hammers where people are just using one. So, and I will produce a rope dart video at some point, so I'll put more of the single rope dart techniques in there. But one thing you want to do is just swing it out and pulling it back. You know, really, really simple technique. Takes a bit of time to get used to how much rope you can get away with spinning out, but this technique is quite good. You know, nice martial applications. I'll do my best not to smash the camera to bits, which would be really good, but that's always a really good technique to practice with the rope dart. Swinging it around, letting it go, slide out through your hands and pulling it back. So, and then again, you can get used to spinning it at the same time and all the rest of it. So yeah, have a go with those. I don't want to do any more because I don't want to risk any more of the products in the shop, but there's a few little things just to get you started. Thanks very much for watching. I hope it was useful. I hope you learned loads about the Chinese meteor hammers we have for sale at Enzo Martial Arts. If you like this video, click the little icon, subscribe to this channel and get all the latest videos from us at Enzo Martial Arts. Thanks very much, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.